Welcome to Orphan Espresso. I'm Doug.
I'm Barb.
This video is going to cover our newest hand grinder. This is, we're calling the OE, Orphan Espresso PFP, Performs for Press. One of the difficult things about hand grinders is being able to come up with a good hand grinder for the coarse grinds. Press, back pot, mocha pot, pour over, drip, almost all of the grinds. This is the mechanism of the COARSE CM50, which is what you see here. The way that the grinder is designed, it shares most of the design elements with modern hand grinders, is that it has a top adjustment mechanism. This is stepped, and it has the burr mounted down in the bottom. There's a single bearing on this type of design, as I said, shared by almost all grinders, and that is this. There's a bearing at the top, but there's no bearing at the bottom. The vintage grinders had a bearing, a strap that hooked over the top, a steel strap with a peg that went into the center to keep the inner burr centered during use. But these modern grinders, they don't. You can see the result of this design is on a close, tight setting. It's pretty much self-centering, that the inner burr remains nested inside of the outer burr. But when you go for the coarser settings, that you end up with a lot of wobble, and the setting is maintained by the force of the beans that go in. But this is not always consistent, especially with the lateral forces that you apply to the handle. Now, what we have done is that we have added a second bearing to the mechanism. This is a CM50, and we have installed, I hope you can come in and see that, we have installed a bearing at the bottom. Right?
It's the cross strap, you see.
It's the cross strap in there. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this bearing serves to stabilize the burr, particularly on the coarse settings. Now, as you can see, we have quite a difference in the stability of alignment of the inner burr with the outer burr. And also, you also note there's no grinding noise, and it doesn't bang against the sides. Very nice. Simple installation, though it does take pretty much remanufacturing the entire grinder, realigning it, tuning it. For demonstration, I'm using some Evocation Roasters El Salvador, and we'll just go ahead. It takes about 30 turns per tablespoon of beans, per 7 grams of beans or so. A very nice even sound from the very beginning. The burr doesn't have to load to be held in its proper setting. And 30 turns doesn't take very long. 22 grams doesn't take very long either. A couple of poppers come out. Make sure we got the last of them. Knock it down. But here's the best part. Coarse setting. Nice stability. You look through that, you'll see that finally I think we have a good hand grinder for coarse grinding, particularly press. It's so finicky. There are still a few fines. That's pretty much unavoidable, but it's a big improvement over almost all the hand grinders that we've used. This is the OE Performs for Press hand grinder.